All right, so 303-666-9020, partsbreakers.com. A little bit of a weird but funny, this is just how his house works. So let me show you what's going on here. We got tub, frame, and that's a kind of a unique one, LJ, which we will sell them like that, not very often. So they usually come apart quicker, but it's a possibility. So that's kind of a chassis, even though it doesn't have the wheels, drivetrain underneath it, tub, and then the front clip. And then this is just one that sold this morning. That's going to Pennsylvania. And then we have two more with a frame. And we have another TJ tub. No, a YJ tub. So we had one YJ tub, one TJ tub, one TJ frame, and then the LJ body. And this driver's being super patient. But that leads me to why I'm filming this for you guys. So I'm going to shoot this off to a couple customers that have reached out in the last couple days, and hopefully they get the idea. Now, this doesn't mean that look, I've been doing this for 21 years. We're going to have other trips. But a couple things. It's really, really hard finding drivers that I like. And this is one guy I've used before. He's a great guy. No problem with, English barriers. Sometimes we have to deal with that. And as long as they're patient, we're patient, it works out. This guy speaks, just a regular guy. So speaks English, and again, I'm not saying that as a jab at anybody out there. It's just easier when your transporters can communicate. Otherwise, there's no communication. It gets a little weird. But anyway, let's get beyond that. The main reason for this video is to shoot these off to, and I think we're going to have room for one more tub. And then for frames, if anybody was looking, and look, time frame is literally none. I mean, I'm going to have maybe an hour to be able to do this. He's got a little bit, he's up against a drive log that sounds like he was going to pull over later tonight, stop for anyway. So I think if he stopped for the night here, which I don't know if he's going to do that, it might just peel out of here as soon as he's loaded. But if I had something else lined up or could get something ready for him in the morning, I might be able to get him to stick around. So without further ado, let's talk about what I got called about, show some people these things, and if you're interested in one, I'll do a better job and come out and tackle that tub or that frame or axles or whatever it is you want. But I'm just going to briefly do this yard, kind of an overview, kind of an update, but more importantly, just anybody looking at ready for a winter project. Our busy season starts in January, just around the corner. And these things are starting to fly off the shelf in a sense. So my good stock that I have is dwindling, but I do still have some good solid stuff. So I'll stop blabbing and let's get to it. I know we had some tub requests, and I had a few that came in with Patriot Blue. Now, these are both 02 tubs that will work from 97 to 06. And if you're going to go one way or the other, it's by far easier, in my opinion, to use an 02 on a 97 to 01 than it is on a 03 06. Now, it's not hard. Now, if you're not running a rear seat in your Jeep or don't plan to, then you can use them in 03 to 06, no problem. But if you are planning on using a rear seat, that's where the complication comes in. And I would implore you to just use an 03 to 06 tub, because the seat brackets are so different for the rear. But as far as what makes them different, an 02 tub different from a 97 to 01, and I go into much more detail in a better video, the only thing is the cutout right here. So on the 02 all the way up to 06, they went to a enclosed heater box that the blower motor no longer pops out here. We literally just did one of these. It's super easy to cut this out, and matter of fact, again, if we had time, I probably could do that. This would be the only one. That one over there, this one's got a couple scratches in it that'll probably happen in the yard, that one there. But otherwise, that's a freaking nice tub. And it is that dark blue. But by all means, that's the only difference between the two. That one there is also an 02, which is kind of funny. I have a few of them right now, 02s. But that one they freaking cut out, which was going to be discounted for it. They cut out some lazy butt cut the freaking thing out to get to a fuel pump. So you have easy access hole, and the panel's there, so somebody could weld it back in. And again, that will be discounted substantially for that. Otherwise, that one is in great shape. So if you can work with that, that's that guy. So that one still has a tailgate on it, and a windshield frame, which are usually areas that rust. So roll bar is still in it. So that would be that's, you know, I mean, that fix isn't super hard, and it's, you know, it's probably, if you have carpet or if you're going to be lining it, it's going to, once you weld it back in, go to town. Again, if I had Jim here, he could have that done in probably 20-30 minutes, and we wouldn't even have to worry about it, but they'd still have, you know, still want you to know about. Here's a green one. This is a 97 to 01. Roll bar still in this one, tailgate sitting in it, full of dirt, so I'd want to wash it. Looks like somebody had lined at least the floor at one time. The sides aren't done, but the floor is done. And as far as overall shape, again, you like one of these, anybody out there, and even if you miss this load, that's okay. We're gonna have more loads coming out of here. When I have room on a trip like this, and you can literally have a tub delivered to you within probably 3 days, 4 days tops. He's going to go all the way to Pennsylvania for us, drop down to Tennessee. He's hitting Michigan, Indiana, Illinois. On the way out, that's where those other drops are. And then obviously anywhere in between. Kentucky is in between, Iowa, Nebraska. He lives in, he's got 2 houses. One is in Dallas, so he'll be in Texas, and he also he's got another place in South Dakota. So we got a good opportunity right now. And not just with this trip, but hopefully with a couple more if I can kind of square them down. So that will be a nice option for someone. That tub looks great. Again, we'll get better photos on the underside and whatnot. This tub here was the one that was the whole reason why we do not advise ever buying a tub sight unseen without having a video. This is an amazing tub, every way, shape, or form, and it's definitely fixable, but not one I'll put up. It's beautiful on the underside except for 2 torque pockets, and it is 9701. Both of them are, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember right, usable torque pockets, meaning that the bolts came out of them, but they're starting to collapse. So I usually don't even mess with those for people. That's it for that line. The yellow one's no good. And then as far as, let's see, I have a couple, maybe 1 or 2 more over here. And I might have, Kira, is there any TJ tubs at the top lot that I'm not thinking of? There might be a yellow one up there.
Yellow.
I think the yellow one. There's this is a 9701. Obviously it's complete for the most part, but it's gonna have some caveats to it because we'd want to pull off some of it. So I don't think I'd have time for that guy, but that should be a nice tub. It's always hard to say with diamond plate. I'm not a huge fan of diamond plate because of what it could hide. So I'd like to get that one a little further down and just see where we're at on it. Okay, so for 9701, I have a green one right now. And, oh, there's these 2 on the pad here. One of these is sold. I think the black one's sold, if I'm not mistaken. And I will verify that. Hey, Kira. Where'd she go? Oh, it's so cold. My hands are freezing. All right, this is another 02. So 3 of these 02s. This is a green 02. Also very clean. It's still got the roll bar in it. But again, so just keep in mind one more thing, or the same thing. 02 works very easily. Just cut out the hole, which is essentially that hole. See it right there? Perfect. So we literally just cut it out, and we made a template, super easy to do, plasma it out. And then you're done, and it will bolt. Every other hole is exactly the same. And I'll have I have videos up with that one. I think this one is sold, so I don't want to show this one too much. So I'm pretty sure that one's sold. I can verify it's a black one, and I think this was like a B grade, I want to say. It was pretty clean, but I think there were a couple little things on it, but I'll verify that. And then let's see, this guy's being patient. I'm gonna lose light here in a minute, so this red one is a 9701. Obviously completely opposite. Nobody's asked for red today, but it's a clean tub. It's got all the jazzy things that you want on them, and no rust, and has a roll bar in it and a tailgate that looks clean. A couple little dingers on the rear corner, but nothing major. Again, don't think I'm gonna not show you the bottom. I'm going to narrow it down if anybody wants to jump on this load and then go after the tubs that they're wanting to see, and go from there. So in this line of them, most of these are YJs and some of these are damaged. Not no good to resell. I'm trying to think. The TJ down here is the only TJ we have. Oh yeah, we have this is a blue one here, but this is an 03 to 06 tub. This is going to be a really nice tub. I don't see anything on it, but again, matter of fact, I can show you the seat now. This is what they changed on the seat. See the mounting down there? So, and because that's nut surted and into the tub bottom, it's easy going, you know, one way, but the easiest way to do this tub, honestly, would be to run an 03 to 06 seat. They are better seats, and actually you could even swap them out for these are much better made seats too, the 03 to 06 front seats, and those will bolt right in. These will bolt in as well, as if you're using a later tub, you could do a seat set and you could get a much better seat out of those.
I want to have the carpet up to see.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. This thing's gorgeous. This carpet is beautiful in this one too, but it's got the windshield frame on it, tub. This one obviously would not be ready for this shipment, but I could definitely have this one ready sooner than later. And then as far as the heater box, if you're using it on an early one, you would simply cut out that. But again, if we have a little more time, I can actually do that, and I can send you pictures of what that looks like when we do it. It looks, you can't even tell, it's really clean. All right, let's see, I might have one or two more back here real quick to throw up, and then I'm going to start loading again, and then I'll shoot this. Takes a little bit to upload. We'll shoot this out, see if we get a bite before he pulls out tonight. And if not, like I said, if you catch this later, which a lot of times it happens, I've literally been rolling out my gate before and loaded up people. So another 02. It's so you can look for 02s only for months and never, or years, and never find them. And we have what, 4 of them. So green one, believe this one is listed possibly. Super clean. It's got a couple weird holes on the bottom. Somebody had some speakers mounted in it. You can see they drilled out. Not very clean either, but easy enough to fix that stuff. And especially again, if you're always, the way that we always like on floors is if you're going to be lining it, it's going to hide that stuff. I mean, I'd fill it in still, but you won't have to. And if you're not lining it, you're throwing carpet, even better. If you're not doing any of that, just want paint, then I would say the amount of work, it's not hard, but you might as well, let's just find you one that doesn't have that kind of stuff. Okay, 97 to 01, and this one is sold. This one's actually a guy that bought this in New Jersey and is just kind of waiting for garage space. This one had a lot of damage on it, but it's another example of why we don't like to buy them if we can't get a clean Carfax or don't do our due diligence, because it wasn't until we had a real hard freeze, and you can see all the filler in this, and so I only assume the back end of this got tagged. You can kind of see the ripple in down there. So it was sold for super cheap. I mean, we almost practically give these things away. They pay for freight on them, and we charge basically what we would cut panels on them and send them down the road, just help people out on them, because there's wheelers that use these still, or somebody that wants to cut something out of it, and it's a perfect for that. So, and then this guy here, this is a 9701, another green one, but super clean. It's got a little damage there, and we discount heavily for damage, especially that's not super hard to fix, but it is just slightly up into that top rail. So body shops, you know, I can appreciate where body shops come from. We try to be lower the price enough that it's worth their time and you to pay that time, and otherwise we just move on to the next one. So, but otherwise that one should be nice. It's sitting over here, it's skewed, so I probably have a video of this one already online, 503-799, or otherwise I can look it up. It's B+ because of that dinger on the back, and then a yellow one up at the top, and I got to go up there anyway, so my hand doesn't fall off from the cold. You can hang out with me just for a minute. I'll jump on this forklift and we'll run up there real quick, and these guys will be looking at me like I'm nuts up there as soon as we walk up, because everybody's going, why isn't he loading me right now? And but the driver, he doesn't care. I'll tell you one thing why. If you ever haul freight or have or know anybody that's done hot shotting or anything line hauls or anything like that. If you're working for a company making hourly or mileage, well, mileage definitely, but hourly, it doesn't really matter. But these guys, you know, what they load, what they take out, and that's one of the reasons we can get some deals on them without taking advantage of his time and resource. You know, even if it's just a little bit, it's better than having an empty spot. And it's also almost easier just to pick up from all one location and drop several different. It's easier to pick up at the one unified spot with like 5-10 different things and drop at 10 different locations than it is the other way around. Pickups for some reason take forever, and a lot of that is just strategically loading the trailer. So we're going to load this in exactly the way it's going to come off, and you know, it'll make it easy on him, it'll make it easy on our customers. And then lastly, I'm going to say real quick, well, guys, when we used to do, you know, you got to remember, I've been doing this for 21 years. When I used to do this, we used to use freight companies. Was it a mess? I mean, we did it for years like that. It was a mess because we had to crate them, and they still damaged them sometimes, and they would back bill. It was just a pain in the ass. Thanks for your patience, buddy. Thank you for your patience. I figured I know, that's exactly what I was saying in this video. So I'm gonna run up to the upper lot and grab that other one, and if I don't get anything else for you tonight, I'll put it in the wind for next trip. But maybe we'll get something else for you.